Yo, what's up? All right. It is Tuesday. I want to ask a question. I want to actually ask a question to kind of answer a question. And the question is, does no contact with a narcissist cause weight gain? Okay? I know this sounds like a weird one to some, but for those of you who know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Now, this conversation came to mind because a friend of mine um, lived with her narcissistic um, parent. Okay? That narcissistic parent lived with her. She didn't live with that parent. That parent lived on and off of her for like a minimum of 20 years. Okay? My friend's not that old like that. So, you know what I'm saying? And it took at least 20 years to finally get her narcissistic parent to get the fuck out. Like, get the fuck out of her house. You know what I'm saying? But during the course of that 20 years, her weight shifted, but she had been like super duper on track, really, really doing well with like workouts, and just her life. Honestly, her life is really awesome just without that noise in it, right? So finally, after her narcissistic parent moved the fuck out, she gained weight. Well, in her mind's eye, and I'm not gonna say she's not right in that sense, but in her mind, like, you know what I'm saying, she can see the difference between when that narcissistic parent lived with her and when that narcissistic parent got up and bounced. Now that narcissistic parent, what's fucked up is her parent could have bounced forever ago. Okay? They know what the fuck they're doing. They always have somewhere else they could have gone. I don't think for 1 minute that her parent did not like save up some money and just watch her suffer while she sat, while her parent like sat there and just absorbed all of that fucked up sadness and energy that she placed in that apartment. So since I'm not using names, it's just easier for me to say it was this person's mom, okay? But anyway, but her mom sat there, dude, and lapped up all of that energy that came off of my friend from her mother always insulting her, insulting whether or not she cleaned up something correctly, insulted her weight while she was there. But while she was there, my friend like really gung-ho, because you tend to want to get out of the house, even if it's your home, and usually it is, right? One of the things that narcs make you want to do when they live with you is you would rather get in your car and leave every 5 minutes of the day than be inside of that home with their ass. You would rather take a shit ton of walks for no reason. I live in the city, dude. I live deep down in the city to where, like, people get shot and shit all the time. And even one time, I'm gonna tell you, even with people getting shot, I still wanted to go for a walk in the night. One time I was walking in the night, like late at night. I want to say it was like maybe like between midnight and 2 a.m. And while I was walking, gunshots rang past my fucking head in the alley next to me, and I was just walking like this. Whatever. I didn't give a shit because I just didn't want to be in there, right? And I was very, very skinny. I was really thin when I was with that narcissist, mainly because I was not eating. When I did eat a little something, it wasn't a lot. I just didn't eat. I was always walking or doing something to stay out of the house. I was always stressed, you know what I'm saying? So when he finally left and I actually went no contact, I got puffy. But I got the kind of puffy, I had never been that floofy like in my life. Mind you, I had not changed my eating habits. And my eating habits are great. No offense to anybody who does. I'm just telling you what I wasn't doing. I don't eat fast food. I cook everything at home. I love me some vegetables like shit. You know what I'm saying? And I eat like really good protein. You know what I mean? I don't like fry a bunch of shit or anything like that. So I was still eating really well, but my body still treated me like I was a fat chick, right? It puffed all the way up. And my friend is experiencing the same shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, her body, like, as soon as her mom was the fuck out of there, her body got puffy, right? And here's the thing that I was telling her the other day. I'm like, look, when you absorb that much negativity and stress, when you have to contain and maintain the stress, and y'all know what I'm talking about. Living with a narcissist is constant fight or flight. That shit is consistent tension. You know how when they say you can cut the tension in the room with a knife? That's because tension is so dense and heavy that it feels like you can physically grab it and fucking slice it, dude. With a fucking knife, right? When you hold all that shit in your body, the reason they say stress can actually kill you is because it can. And that stress was eating away at your whole body, dude. I'm talking about all the systems in your body. The skeletal system, the cardiovascular system, the nervous system, the lymphatic system, all of the systems, okay? All of that shit was being hit with nukes on a daily basis for some of you, like my friend, double-digit numbers of years, okay? So when you go through that, when your body, it takes your body a long time to even notice that narc is gone. Once that narcissist leaves, your body doesn't even realize they're gone yet. Okay, your body is ready every day for fight or flight. It pumps up the adrenaline. It pumps up all that shit. Okay, it pumps up all that shit. It struggles for dopamine because you have not been happy. So when your body puffs up like that, it's really going through withdrawal for you not having to like use your fight or flight right now. Like all of a sudden today we're not arguing. All of a sudden today we're not. I'm not scared. Today I'm not crying. Today I'm not doing this. I'm not, Or today I am crying and no one's shitting on me for crying. Where's the drama, right? Your body doesn't understand why you're not taking that in today. It doesn't understand why tomorrow comes and you're still not taking it in because you've gone no contact. The discard has happened, right? Your body doesn't understand why, like food, you are not eating chaos today. So it fucking panics, dude. It does not know why you are not consuming chaos, okay? And it gets really, really, it goes haywire and it basically puffs up. You will gain what looks like weight, but it's really like inflammation. You have a lot of inflammation. You will gain some weight, but there's also water retention, inflammation, insomnia. A lot of weird shit will start happening to your body, even if you keep the same diet. Even if you ate carrot sticks for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, dude, and only drank water and slept really well, your body's still going to puff up. Some people might have gotten skinny, but for the most part, I've seen people gain weight after narc abuse, okay? After not being around them. Your body is slowly going to have to relearn what it's like to be fucking normal. And that may never happen. I know people say, don't say that. No, bitch, it might not ever happen. Okay? It's been 6 years and my body, I'm still doing yoga and lifting weights and eating properly. And my body's still like, are you sure, bitch? Because right now, we're a little floofy. Okay? That happens. I can compare this to anyone who's ever given birth, such as myself too, right? After you give birth, your body sucks in like, right? You lost all that water, all that all that water has drained, but you just went through an insanely traumatic event that took your body 9 months of discomfort to execute the tail end of that trauma to your body, right? That's why women can die in childbirth. Childbirth is so traumatic that you can fucking die from the way that it treats your body, disfigures and distorts it. So after you give birth, you tend to be still really skinny. But something happens a couple months after you give birth. If you will notice when you look at people who give birth, a couple months after they give birth, they're a little puffy. They start getting puffy. They went from skinny and drained of all that amniotic fluid and water and all that shit, that they get a little puffy. They actually become a little heavier than they were even while pregnant. Why is that? Your body is looking around for, hold up, where's the fucking thing that caused us all this stress? Because we're scared right now, and it flips the fuck out, and you get a little puff. Sometimes you just get fat, if you want to call it fat. But I think the kind of fat that you experience after the narc is gone, okay, after you go no contact, is I don't think it's really fat in that regard. I think it's your body's response to trying to cope with the fact that maybe you can actually calm down now. I think it's your body's way of coping with the fact that you're not in fight or flight anymore. I think it's your body's way of trying to believe that you could actually chill, that maybe you might be safe right now. You know what I'm saying? I think it's your body's way of being like, oh, okay, but are you sure? And that confusion lasts a long time, baby. Remember, it took you a long time to even get in this predicament to this degree. So please, if you have gained weight after the discard, if you have gained weight after going no contact, really be kind to yourself, because I feel like this is happening to more people than you know. Okay? And if it took 6, 7 years, 12 years, 24 years to get in this mess, give yourself at least the grace to possibly, give yourself that much time to get out of it. Okay? Well, I don't have 20-something years. No one knows how many days they have, baby. But you gonna spend the rest of yours shitting on yourself? No. It's okay. If you got a little floofy, it's because things were a little kooky. Alright? Alright. I love you guys, and be nice to yourself, alright? Alright, bye.